Sorry.
Why do you guys think all schools have to like learn in a certain way?
Why do schools have to learn in a certain way, or why do schools learn in a different way?
Like in a certain way, like
In
all
a
schools have to
certain
follow all schools have to follow like a criteria.
I feel like it helps keep the teachers on track. It helps get the point, like to a certain point where they need to be, and it helps the students comprehend.
I think it helps, but it also could like not help. I don't know. Because it's just kind of it's forming everyone to be the same, but in the future you don't want like everyone to be the exact
I feel
same.
like what we learn doesn't help us for like our jobs and like when we're
Yeah.
older. I feel
It's
like
just
nothing we do helps us for the future.
It doesn't, because it's teaching you to memorize, and then you take a test, and then you forget about it.
Yeah.
Anything that we learn in math, we aren't going to use in the future.
Like
anything that we learn in
now,
history, we're not going to use in the future. I think we need to be more focused on like our jobs, our career paths.
It said in the documentary that after 3 months after learning stuff, they had already forgotten the stuff they had learned 3 months.
On the documentary in that school, they were doing like engineering stuff, which would help like a lot for like your future and like what you're gonna do in college.
Because there's gonna be new like opportunities in the future.
Yeah, I like the film because it like the students did like their own thing.
Yeah, they
the
led
teachers
their
didn't do
education.
anything.
Do you feel like the way that schools are teaching should be changed, or that what the kid wants to do when they're older, they should be able to focus on that?
I think that it should be changed because people need to be more independent, and that school is kind of teaching you to sit there and listen to what the teacher's saying and follow what the teacher's saying.
Or like read a book.
Yeah.
Write
So
about
you're
it.
being told what to
Forget
do.
about it. Take a test. Read about it.
You should
That's
have to
literally
figure out
you
what to do on your own.
Do you think we should have more classes focused on like your career path? Like have classes that offer like stuff that you'll need, like experience for that career?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that would also like save a lot of money in college because like
you already have like most
Already
of the
experience.
experience.
You already have the soft skills.
I think
That
that would help in like the real world too, because then like a lot of kids
Kids.
are already gonna know how to do
right.
stuff,
So like if
so they could be
like,
better.
for example, like welding or like any of like Snyder's classes, pretty much. Like most kids are already gonna have that experience. So right out of high school, they can find something.
Yeah, like Andrew, he only has to go to SOC for 1 year because he already took it here. So now he only has to go to SOC
Right.
for a year, and then he can get a job,
So
which it saves a lot of money.
how long would it take like for the system to change? Do you think if they just
I think it's
decided it?
I think for every like, are you meaning like our school or like
If
everyone?
everyone like got on the same page with the soft skills.
I think it's gonna take a couple of years,
Yeah.
if not longer, because I don't think every school is gonna want to do that.
Do that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because everybody's just so used to this learning, and
Yeah.
this is
I
what's
think-
right.
I think that if they do change, they should warn the students so they are prepared for the next year, like they did English, how they changed it on us so quick. I feel like they should have let us in a
Like
warning.
ease us into it.
Yeah.
And I feel
and not
like
just
many
throw us
parents
into
are going to be
something
kind of mad that they're just up and changing it because they're not going to know how to help their students with their work because it's not what they were taught. And they're like, oh, this isn't going to prepare you for your future. But in reality, they don't know if it was.
And like, why do teachers teach us the most complicated ways to do something when they know there is an easier way to do it?
Do you think this education will make kids more successful in life?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
because the new technology that's going to be created, you're going to have to know how to be independent and do stuff yourself.
How do you think they will go about like changing it? Like, how do you think they'll get everyone on board?
I think they will change, like all the school boards, they will have like one big meeting, and like when the students jump into
Like
high school,
with like states,
yeah.
Yeah, like
all the
One.
schools
And
the whole
I think that elementary and middle school should stay the same.
Yeah.
Have that
like so you get a basic foundation of what
Yes.
you
Even
need to
now,
know.
there's two different
and then
types
when
of
you
middle
get into high
schools.
school, you should have the career
I think that too, like,
classes,
you should have more.
and you should be able to pick what. Like you should still have like maybe like basic like math.
I think
know
you
that,
should have
but-
basic math, but like you should have like welding. That's the only thing we're offered, like welding, construction.
Right.
There's like no like
nursing.
they don't
or,
even
like,
nursing or like
Yeah.
engineering or
Yeah.
business stuff. I
Yeah.
think we should have more of that. Besides like
Yeah.
accounting, that's all we're offered.
I feel like for people who do not want to take electives, they should not have to take electives. because to me that is a waste of time for something. Because if you get put in an elective that you don't want, that's just wasting your time.
Well, then
Yeah.
do you think like if we like said something about like getting more classes for education, they'd be like, well, that's what WAC's for.
Yeah, but
Even over at WAC, there's not that many choices.
Yeah.
And they can only hold like so many students
Yeah.
in the classroom.
You're not
So once that
guaranteed.
exactly, you're not
I don't know, I
guaranteed
feel like
your
if, like-
selective classes here either.
I feel like if you like brought it up and you said we want like more classes that focus on your future, they just say like, there's WAC.
But
I-
I'd be like,
Or they'd be like, we don't
Cost
have enough
too much
money.
Yeah.
And
But like that's when I think
Too
that we
poor.
should get rid of like the unnecessary classes like computers. Like
Yeah. You
Or
don't
like
need intro to
computers.
computers.
Well, like,
No
unless
other school does that.
unless
People
wanna
are
go
going
into that.
or like
It
history.
could be an elective.
I don't think we need history.
I don't
either.
I think that should be like you learn the basic stuff in that.
Yeah.
Because you can
That's
just learn
like
that
what I'm
stuff
saying,
online.
like middle school.
mhm.
Get that through middle school, like all those classes just need to be done in middle school. And that way in high school you're looking forward to your future.
Because like you
Like
never,
that's what high school's supposed to be setting you up for.
you're really never gonna need to know stuff about the past in
Right.
in your life.
Right. And you're not gonna need to know anything about
No
why
one's gonna
plants are
walk
green
up
or
to you and
anything like
quiz
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think like if you
I think-
like biology, like how that's required, I think that should be like if you
Yeah.
need it, like
Sciences
anatomy.
should be-
Anatomy's
Right,
not
because-
required.
Yeah.
this is my 5th year of taking the science class because I took 3 last year, and I did not get put in biology because my freshman year I was told it was not required, so I did not sign up for it, and then I got thrown in it this year after taking 3 sciences last year. So that's just like an example of
So what do you guys
Extra
like about
classes.
this form of education?
You're able
This
to
one?
read it
I-
yourself.
No.
one in the film.
The one in the film.
The students teach themselves.
And it's
I
teaching
like that
soft
because
skills.
I like that way because the students are actually learning to do something a way that they know will be helpful for them.
And
And
plus,
not
you,
having
you
to
could tell,
memorizing.
you
Exactly.
could tell that it was working. Like that one
Yeah.
girl, like definitely came out of her shell and like actually
Exactly.
started participating. Like
yeah.
half, like for example, doing this, half of the like in my last group, no one talked.
And I think if we were to switch over to that education, we would all be the same way. Like we'd go into it not.
I think we look
Yeah.
forward to
knowing.
school actually. Like a lot of them looked like they were looking
That's-
forward to
yeah.
school because like you
Yeah.
actually get to do stuff you
And
want.
I think that's where like a lot of like kids drop out is because the education that we have
Like,
now.
Yeah,
Like, for
'cause they
example,
don't, they don't think they need it.
I, for example, I like dread history because all we do is take notes, notes,
Mhm.
notes, and
Like I
that's
Okay,
hate going
it's
to
just
that
memorizing.
class.
Going back to that, why do teachers, specifically coffee, put things on a study guide and then not put those things that he's having us study on a study guide onto the test?
Yeah, he
And he
puts like
puts random stuff on the test.
It's just memorizing, and honestly, I don't
Exactly.
think we need
Yeah, but
it.
after I take that test, I do not care if I memorize
Yeah.
that or not.
Exactly.
Unless
You're not
it's
gonna
for the
need to know
final.
it.
Right.
Like in life, I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Right.
Even
What
for the
did
final,
Ben
you just
Frank
pull up your
do?
old study guide.
Ben Frank.
All right. So we talked about some good things. What are some bad things about this education?
It made
I
it
think
confusing at
students-
first.
If the students get stuck on something,
Who's gonna help them?
exactly.
Or like getting parents behind it, like
Yeah.
having that many parents be like they don't even have grades really. Like they said the town did it for them.
Only
So like I think a lot of parents would be like nervous. Like a lot of parents are like SATs, you gotta get that. Your grades have to be good.
Yeah. Where do you think? Who do you think would be grading us? Like if we were to switch over,
Well, there's
do you
like
think
one.
the town would be or?
Yeah, I think there's like one
Yeah.
main teacher, and like he sees how you're.
He
They-
keeps up with your progress.
They like see
Yeah.
your progress, but I think like overall the town will come in and see like what you're doing. So I think like it'd be a part of that.
I feel like they said in there that it has been proven that it works better, so then a lot of people are gonna be more skeptical of it, especially parents. And like, what if they switch?
And it's only one school
schools?
that's been doing it, so like it's gonna be hard to.
Yeah, so they have,
Yeah.
they said it's gonna be like 10
Yeah,
to 15.
what
Milk.
What about like? What if the town's not on board? What if like the school?
First of all,
switches
it'd be
over
hard
this?
to get the whole like
That's
Yeah.
everyone
That's
on
why
board
I don't
because
think
we've been
this will
we've been
ever happen.
doing this for so long. Like how is it gonna
And
change?
that's what everybody thinks is right. is, like,
'Cause,
the
I mean,
And
you've never
what-
really been told a right or wrong way. Everyone just assumes that this is the right way.
And
Yeah.
some parents don't even know what we're being taught, or they don't even
Like
know
no
how
one
to
can
solve.
help you anymore.
Nobody
Like,
can help you what you're learning
'Cause
anymore.
it's
like,
changed.
when I bring math home, my parents cannot help me.
Mine either.
I
Because they
can't
have
even help
no
myself.
They have no idea how to
And like, I'm not saying like some teachers are bad. It's just they don't explain it well enough, and they just keep on going. Like,
Right.
because
Yeah,
think
they just
have
write it down, expect you to get it.
and they don't want you like to get behind. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. They want
They
to get
rush
behind, and they feel like you have to go.
They want you at their pace.
And I feel like
Because they
with
have
this
to follow
type
the
of
certain
learning,
curriculum.
you can work at your own pace.
And I feel like sometimes, like for some teachers, if you ask a question, they kind of make you feel dumb.
They just
Yeah.
like it seems like they are frustrated with you because you're not understanding what
Yeah.
they're teaching, but it's not you who's not
It's not-
understanding.
yeah.
It's them not teaching it properly and making sure that you are okay with it and grasping what you are learning.
And everyone like learns differently. So having one way of teaching isn't going to help all of the students who all learn differently.
Do you guys think it'd be hard to like find teachers that would be able to teach like stuff for like courses for us? Like if you want like a business course, a nursing course, I feel like that'd be hard to find teachers for that.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know. I feel like if if we have a nursing course, the nurse is gonna have to be like a registered. You know, like she's gonna have to,
I think
And they're not
it's
gonna.
like-
and it's gonna be hard. Like it all just goes with money. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not
No,
something that Fulton can afford.
I was gonna say it like wouldn't have to be an everyday thing. It could be like a couple days a week.
Yeah,
Well,
that is true. But
Like, do you think?
but then there's that law that students have to be in school so many days a year.
Well,
Otherwise
they
you
can
get
still
the
come to
chance.
like school.
Do you guys think like they would choose that over like an actual job that paid good, like a nursing job that would pay good, and then come teach you about nursing?
No.
Like, I would not want to go to
Because
school
obviously
to
they-
teach you guys about
Yeah,
nursing.
because obviously they are passionate about nursing.
Nursing.
Because that's why they went into it. So that's something that they're gonna want to do.
They wouldn't
not
want
gonna
to
want-
teach you about
Right.
it.
If
Do
they
you-
wanted to
Unless
teach
they're
them,
like
they would teach
retired.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Retired nurses.
Do you think that we should have more classes available and like better ways of actually learning?
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, I was gonna say like, why don't students really have like a say in anything that happens?
Because,
Like,
I don't know,
we
Because
didn't
we're
really
just
have
told
a
what
say.
to do.
Yeah.
and we just
We're
come.
told to
Yeah.
come here, we're told to understand it, and we're told to take a test over it and pass it, and if we don't, oh well, they don't care.
And then you just have to keep on
Which
going
is
on
why
to
it doesn't
school and then
prepare
you just
you.
work. I don't think this would ever work because getting everyone on board with it after we've done this certain way for so long, I don't think
Right.
everyone will get on board with it.
'Cause it's been
And
the
we'll
same for
definitely be
100
out of high
years.
school
Well,
before
yeah,
this
well,
even
this-
happened.
I
Even
don't even
just
think this
happened.
is being thought about, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear about it till now. I don't
Yeah.
think any of us. knew
Yeah,
until
I
today.
didn't hear about it until the English department changed.
Yep.
Right. So